some sort of cohesion within the party, but not all is forgiven or forgotten for that matter, because up until this morning, there were rumors and rumors flying around of how perhaps both are vying for that position, fighting internally with each other. And this possible show of unity was a result of pressure by High Command.
No. The very show of unity had to follow an instruction from party High Command. It gives away the plot totally. Because this entire, show of unity or whatever we call it, it was very evident in the press conference, joint press conference following the breakfast meeting, that language was saying one thing and the body language was saying exactly the opposite. Both were not happy. It was quite obvious, because when journalists asked Mr. Siddaramaiah, just to clarify if there was any agreement between him and DK Shivakumar or High Command about power sharing, it is just a yes or no question. Siddaramaiah gets angry and he says, no, we'll follow whatever High Command says, and this is all a figment of imagination of the media. It's not media imagination at all. Either you say yes or you say no. So that entirely gave away the plot that, yes, it is just a pause. It is not the end. This is not a short film. This is not a feature film. This is an episodic drama series, which will, resume. The next scene probably will see post December, post the parliament session and the assembly session in Karnataka. Number one. Number two, both the leaders and their respective communities have totally pushed the Congress High Command in a lose-lose situation, not a win-win, lose-lose situation. Because what are the options before Congress High Command today? There are three options. One is continue Siddaramaiah as Chief Minister, then you will face the wrath or the unrest of Vakaliga leaders and Vakaliga community. Or
all right, I think Dr. Etnal, we're losing the line there with you. We'll try and get you back on a better line. B.S. Arun is also with us, and so is Ashok K.M. Gowda. I want to come to you first, B.S. Arun. Do you agree with what Dr. Etnal had to say, that this appears to be obviously a pressure tactic of the party high command, and the body language of the two leaders was opposite of what they were trying to project?
No, body language, I don't want to comment. But as far as the high command pressure is concerned, I think yes, because only on the diktat of the high command, these two leaders held their breakfast meeting. There was there was no news. There was no breakthrough at the meeting. It was only what they were saying all these days. They repeated at the press conference. Only thing that I saw was Shivakumar was all smiles. I don't know why. Whether
so was Siddaramaiah. So was Siddaramaiah. You could hear them laughing and you could hear them being jovial. So if I don't read body language myself, but I think both of them were quite friendly towards each other.
Yes, that's a bit strange, because for the last few weeks, both of them had been at each other's throat. Especially yesterday when there was a sort of a Twitter war between them. But today's breakfast meeting, I think it's led to only temporary truce, as Dr. Etnal said. I think it will resume after the session of the assembly, which completes on 18th as of now. So looks like temporary truce for me. The High Command, it's not easy for the High Command to come to a resolution in this, because of the strengths of both the leaders. Shivakumar has been a Vakaliga leader, but not a entire Vakaliga base will support him. Devegowda and his son Kumar Swamy are there, who are the staunch Vakaliga leaders. So, but when you take Siddaramaiah, he is the solid Ahinda community is behind him. Because of this, I think the High Command will think twice before before arriving at a decision on Karnataka.
All right. Satya Prakash, would you at this point agree that not all is well between the two leaders? And is this a temporary compromise? Are we going to see a permanent change soon? And if yes, what sort of timeline are you putting on it?
Hi, Shweta. Stability has won. Speculation has lost. all whatever people speculated, there is some problem, there is some issue. I was always saying in your show also a lot of times, in Newsline I've said, Begani Shadi mein Abdullah Diwana is all I can say. There is no problem as such. In a democracy, there will be difference of opinion. And in a big party like Congress, there will be different opinions within the party. But those opinions can be sorted. They can sit down and be sorted. Is all what today is a breakfast meeting between two stalwarts. One mass leader, Mr. Siddaramaiah, our chief minister, and another great organizer. That synergy between these two great leaders, one a mass leader and another a great organizer, had brought us nearly 136 seats plus around 3 independents. Today we have a strong 139 to 140 seats. Another 3-4 BJP MLAs also are showing their support to DK Shivakumar and Congress government.
But
See,
Senator
what has
Prakash,
happened is
I think
democracy.
where was this unity when DK Shivakumar and some of his MLAs were flying off to national capital every fortnight? Where was the cohesion up until yesterday, where clearly it was for everybody to see that both of them were vying for the chief ministership? And more importantly, it does look forced today when after months and months of speculation, finally two of them are sitting together when a decision is imminent. So are you saying that this was a figment of media's imagination, as Siddaramaiah was pointing out, or there was an actual issue, that there were troubles brewing between the two leaders?
See, in politics, any leader can have an aspiration. An MLA will have an aspiration to become a minister. A minister will have an aspiration to become a chief minister. There's nothing wrong. In a democracy, anyone can aspire. Any senior leader in the Congress party can aspire to become the chief minister. There's nothing wrong. But there is a set procedure. The High Command has to decide on it. And that decision, when will it happen? In 2023, it was under the leadership of Mr. DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah that we went to polls. Definitely, these two leaders have contributed. These two leaders are two eyes of our party. Both have contributed to the for the Congress to have an absolute majority of 139 seats in the assembly. Now, as and when a vacancy arises, definitely Shivakumar is a very strong contender to become the chief minister of the state. Any leader who has put around 15, 20 years in for Congress, and he has been a 4 or 5-time MLA, can aspire to become the chief minister. There's nothing wrong in it. But whatever the media was speculating, whatever the opposition was speculating, that one section will go and join BJP, DK Shivakumar's group will get away from this thing. All this has come, is in front of you all. Today, in politics, we have to discuss. Today, over at breakfast, both leaders have discussed and they have come to one conclusion. Today, the high command of the Congress party has proved itself that it is very strong and it can bring two leaders who are instrumental for the success of Congress party in Karnataka together. It's as simple as that. And ye jo Abdullah, jo Begani Shadi pe naach rahe the na, wo Abdullah they are shouted today.
Sir, as much as I appreciate you using Hindi idioms, I'm not sure it fits in this situation right now, but I'll allow it. B.S. Arun, if the speculations,
just jovial, yeah.
If the speculations were to be put to rest, they have been put to rest as of today with those pictures emerging. But of course, we don't know if this is a compromise formula, if it's a temporary formula. But for now, it appears that both leaders are happy. So what's the worry?
No,
Absolutely.
Yeah, let me get B.S. Arun, sir. Yes.
No, the thing is, it's not these two leaders who will decide. It's the High Command which has to decide. See, there has been so much of speculation, so much of bad blood between the two groups, and High Command had been keeping quiet. Without, of course, Mr. Kharge met these two leaders, but then there was no outcome. There was no proper outcome. I think the High Command will have come clear. We'll have to tell these leaders, we'll have to make it clear to the people of Karnataka that either Mr. Shivakumar will become chief minister, or Mr. Siddaramaiah will continue, or any third person will take over. And then only I think the things will be put to rest. Until then, this speculation will continue. There may be a truce of next 10 days or 15 days, but after that, the drama might start all over again.
Okay. Ashok K.M. Gowda is also with us. Ashok Gowda, it does look like from the pictures coming out today that all the contention of the BJP party, that there's no stability in Karnataka, that Karnataka government is divided from within, have now been put to rest. What is the contention now? It appears that there is no bone of contention. If there were to be a compromise formula, it will come out in open sooner rather than later. But both leaders are making peace with where they are at the moment.
We all know that what has happened in the past 31 months in Karnataka. Every 15 days, there will be a new fight, there will be a new talk in the media as well as in Congress party that DK Shivakumar will become the chief minister and he will give the better governance or whatever the Siddaramaiah has delivered, has not delivered, he will be able to deliver. That's what the talks goes on. And believe me or not, Papa Satya Prakash ji is saying, whose wedding is this? Begane ke shaadi mein kaun divana? Kiski shaadi hai? Kaun bride hai, kaun groom hai? This is what he has to clarify. We all presume that whether it is Siddaramaiah is a groom or DK Shivakumar is a bride, we don't know. That he only should clarify. Either the BJP's voice in Karnataka is very clear. You want to make anybody as chief minister, you want to marry anybody, please marry, no problem for us. Our contention is, are you able to answer to the questions of the farmers of Karnataka? Are you able to answer to the questions raised by the women of Karnataka or Dalits of Karnataka or youth of Karnataka? Because farmers are suffering every day. Sugarcane farmers are up in the street. No decision has been taken. Mekkejola, Jowar farmers are up on the streets. No decision has been taken. It is a wheat farmers. No decision has been taken. You name it, there is a problem in Karnataka government. No decision has been taken. No compensation is getting paid. 2,450 farmers have died till now. Only 880 people have got compensation. No compensation has been paid.
Okay.
Forget about the farmers issue. Law and order is breaking every day. Till today, there is no investigation which happens. So this is the kind of the decisions which are taken by the Congress government. Believe me, they are so pathetic. In front of Vidhan Soudha, pothole is not getting filled. Right in front of Vidhan Soudha and right in front of MS building where all the secretariat people and all the ministers move across. And from 6 months, believe me, on TV they showed it. From 6 months, the drainage is not, drainage cover is not been put. This is the kind of the governance what Congress is delivering to the people of Karnataka. And yet they say, we will have lunch, we'll have dinner, we'll go to 5-star, we'll go to 7-star hotel, we'll go to Delhi. Delhi is our temple.
Okay.
Who is caring for it?
I mean,
People
fair
are bothered about
enough,
their
fair
life.
enough.
Yeah.
Satya Prakash, those are important questions, you can't deny. Those are very important questions. Yes, Satya Prakash, I'm coming to you, sir. Those are very, very important questions that have been raised by the BJP spokesperson. I mean, in all the fight about who's going to get the chair, it does look like administration takes a back seat. And that's an important point that the opposition, as well as the people of your state, are raising.
See, this Gyan, who is giving this Gyan, you know? The guy's party who took 2 chartered aircrafts and took around 18 to 20 MLAs in 2019. Took them to Bombay. And 1 second, please see, when you are talking, I will never talk. They took them to, they paid crores of rupees.
All right, gentlemen, one after the other, please. Yes.
Yeah. This party paid crores of rupees as bribe to the MLAs, made a mockery of democracy, took them to the 5-star hotel in Mumbai and started making secret blue CDs. This is what their own MLC, Mr. H. Vishwanath, former minister, has accused the BJP. These guys are familiarly known as Blue JP. For all work they did in Mumbai, they have brought down elected governments in Goa. They brought down elected governments in Bihar. They brought down elected governments in Karnataka and in so many states. And you are giving us Gyan? Please, आईना रख के आपका मुंह देख लो क्या हो रहा है. See, you need to understand that in a democracy, there will be problems between leaders. The leaders will sit down and sort among themselves. Yeah. Now you told potholes. You told, just give me 30 seconds.
Right.
You told about potholes. These were the same Mr. Mrs. Mujumdar Shah, Mr. Mohandas Pai, who were questioning the government. Today they are singing praises about DK Shivakumar and Karnataka government, that most of the roads, they've done fantastically well. All the potholes, more or less all the potholes in all the main roads in Bangalore have been filled. I don't know which potholes you are talking. Tomorrow I will take you to Vidhan Soudha. Please come and show me the pothole. Just because you want to say something, Are you bigger than Mujumdar Shah and Mohandas Pai, who were saying the Congress government has done very good thing? They have more or less filled up all the potholes. There will be some here and
But
there
then you also have a
potholes
Kiran
since it
Mazumdar
is
Shaw
rainy
saying,
season.
but you also have a Kiran Mazumdar Shaw saying that potholes in Bengaluru are in an abysmal state, and despite various petitions, despite asking the government to repeatedly fill potholes, it continues to be a problem. And she's just one among many, Satya Prakash, who believes that
No,
there is a
she
genuine
has
problem.
tweeted. Look
I
at her
understand that
latest
there
tweet
was
15 days back.
an outreach because your ministers directly, including DK
Absolutely.
Shivakumar, directly interacted with her, and there seemed to be an outreach post which both parties seem to have made up. But the question, of course, is of governance, and we'll talk about governance because I want to also bring in Dr. Itnal. I think he's back with us on a better line. Dr. Itnal, today's optics of the meeting ensured that the Congress party avoids making a scene. But the larger question is, if there is a compromise formula, what is that compromise formula? And when can people finally get a definite answer from Congress High Command on when will this power sharing or change of guard happen? Because some are saying it may happen now in March and April. Others are saying it may happen in January. There is still no clarity.
What's happening? You just said
Unfortunately, I still can't hear you very well. We'll try and connect with you once again. Let me take that same question to B.S. Arun. B.S. Arun, I believe that people of Karnataka deserve, definite answers. It's been 2.5 years of this government, 2.5 years more to go, and you can't have a state of limbo going on for far too long.
Yes, very much. I can't understand why the Congress High Command is keeping quiet. There has been, utter chaos in the government in the way the two leaders have been behaving. The Congress image has been badly hit. The government's image has been badly hit because of these warring factions. One day we see, 10, 15 leaders going to Delhi. The other day, Chief Minister goes there. And there's a Twitter war going on. And what's all happening, in Karnataka? Many would question. And mind you, it is not just today. Ever since this government came into being, there have been one statement or the other regarding the power sharing. And the Congress High Command has done very little to resolve this issue. And they should have done it at least 15 days back when, the 2.5 hours of the 2.5 years of this government completed. And Shivkumar's camp had been saying that there should be a change of guard, but nothing has happened so far. And Mr. Shivkumar is not going to, let this go like this. He wants pound of flesh. One has to agree that, he was the one who with the Siddaramaiah brought the party to power. As a good organizer, Mr. Shivkumar, has also worked hard to get into this position. And there's been no clarity regarding what happened when Siddaramaiah was declared chief minister by the Congress High Command. At that time, was there an agreement? That should have been made clear, as Iqbal, very correctly said, that a direct question was asked to Siddaramaiah today, and he didn't answer it. He got angry. So, and if there was an agreement, then I think Congress High Command should, abide by that and make way for Shivkumar to take over, or come clear and say that this is not going to happen because we are facing problems. The MLAs are restive. The people doesn't want this to continue. You have 135 MLAs. There are a good number of MLCs in the council. So what's stopping you from being clear on this subject? I think the people of the state need a clear answer. The MLAs of Congress need a clear answer. It's high time that the High Command should come clear and give a final verdict on this.